Yeah, Mike Lindell got unblocked and then got blocked again on Twitter.
That's not possible. Elon Musk owns Twitter now.
You're listening to the No Big Banana Podcast.
Hey, folks.
Hello.
Welcome back to the No Big Banana Podcast. My name is Charles.
My name is Jestin.
So I've been, the Bruno song has been stuck in my head for days.
Yeah, you put it back in my head. Thank you for that.
Days and days.
A piece of shit for that.
And I don't know where either one of my vapes is.
You were just
I don't have
filling it up.
anything together. Man.
I don't know. Oh, there's one literally right next to you. Like it's literally directly. I mean, it's even on like the
Okay,
edge, man. It's on the corner,
All right,
bro.
relax. I don't know a lot. I don't see a lot about what's going on
I have
around
a
me,
crane
okay?
thing.
It's a character flaw.
I have a crane. There's the sand in front of me, and and it's black, and I still saw that bitch.
I'm horribly unobservant.
That's fine.
I'm not sure if you know this about me.
You just demonstrated it. So.
Oh yeah, there's way more egregious examples.
Hell yeah. Get
Well,
it.
I think I've said before, I've told the story about this. If I haven't, this is how unobservant I am. There was a picture hanging behind the couch in my parents' house one day in my 20s.
Yeah.
Walked through the house and noticed it. Is that your phone?
It is.
Noticed it, and
I'm glad I did because I just got 2 more from Bobby.
what was it?
No, he's just talking.
Oh, so what did I just say?
I'm sorry. I have no idea. We were talking about egregious examples. The picture in front of the.
Oh, yeah. So there's a
I
picture.
got you, baby.
hanging
Come on now.
The picture. Oh, thanks.
Papa's got you.
I'm so glad that I can rely on you to like put us back on the track that you ripped us off of.
It's better than the alternative.
Okay, so yeah, that's true, I guess.
I tried to fix it. And
So
I
there
did
was a
fix
picture that hung behind my parents' couch, and unbeknownst to me, it hung there forever, always, the whole time.
Sure.
Well, one time I was in my 20s and I walked through and noticed it for the first time. And I was like, oh, is that new? And they were both like, what?
Are you?
And I was like, this
you kidding?
picture right here. Am I going crazy?
Yeah, they're like,
Like,
are you in a fugue
Is
state?
this
Like,
picture new? And they're like, no. And I'm like, well, how long has it been there? And they're like,
literally your entire
"Since
life.
we moved
Yeah.
in the house. I
Jesus.
was like, oh, okay. It's because I'm in here, bro.
I was gonna say, yeah, and you're focused on what you're doing.
You know what I'm like? You know what I feel
You're like a horse with its blinders on.
Yeah, I feel like, what's his name? Krang
Sure.
from the Ninja
It can be.
Turtles.
Why not?
From the animated Ninja Turtles.
I've actually
He
never
was the
watched.
giant body with the brain in his stomach.
Oh yeah, Karg or some shit like yeah.
Something like that.
Comment
Clang.
below.
Yeah, what's his name?
One of you guys has to know. I don't know.
But I feel like that guy.
I think I had a toy of that. Now that you mention it, like
Probably.
the guy with the head in his stomach.
Man, we were talking about that last week.
What a
about how the
weird
90s
ass-
really just like.
What a weird ass time to be a kid.
I'm writing a rap.
I'm writing a rap.
I'm writing a rap song about.
A rickety rap.
Well, I won't talk about what it's about because that's kind of a.
Spoiler territory.
Yeah, it'll be a fun. It'll
Well,
be.
you should still tell me, and we'll just cut this part out. And then
Well,
we'll have
I'll
to hear
tell
about it.
you later.
You can just cut this part out.
Oh, sure. You could just do more shit than you already do.
I mean, you know.
That's everybody's attitude. That's everybody's attitude on film set, by the way. It's like, oh, just do it in post. It's like fucking everything.
Yeah.
You realize that everything that has to get done in post has a time
Like,
frame around it, right? Like
What do you want from me?
all the time when we did the We Play, they'd be like, hey, do this. And it would add like 15 minutes
Yeah.
to my editing session.
Hell yeah.
But I mean, a lot of times it was worth it because it was like doing like the Batman transition or whatever. And like,
Yeah. It's good. Yeah.
Speaking of Batman, DC's coming up this week.
Hell yeah.
And that's going to be fun.
I started thinking about it and I was like, oh man, this is just me. And I know like you guys got sponsors and stuff, so like you can't
Oh,
do something like
no.
this. But I would just shit on DC the entire time,
Well, here's what I'm gonna do.
just for the meme of it, not
Yeah.
because I actually like dislike DC Comics.
Yeah.
It's just funny to me. Like it's just funny.
Well, I don't want to talk too much about it. Actually, I realize because this is gonna come out before that comes out.
Oh well, then yeah. Okay.
So
Then I'll shut my dumb whore mouth.
well, no, it's gonna be funny. People will like it. And you gave me a lot of great ideas for it. So you need to be writing, buddy.
Yeah.
That's what needs to happen with you. All right, let me check my notes. Let me see if I have
Oh,
anything for us to talk about this week. I think I do. I've been getting better about making myself notes. I need to be better about like recording stuff. Oh my God, dude. Like 3 or 4 times in the last week, I saw some shit where I
But
was like,
Charles, you're
I
recording
should
right
have been
now.
recording. Well, I'm recording now, yeah, but
Yeah.
this is all nonsense.
It's don't. Hey man,
Okay.
we're doing the Lord's work.
Let's see. Oh, these were some of the interesting names that I saw in the draft this year. There's a bunch, I'm sure, but these were 2 that stood out to me that I wrote down.
Okay.
One of them is Justin Ross. Now you might say to yourself, why would you write that down?
Yeah. What, Charles?
That doesn't seem that strange.
That doesn't seem that strange, Charles. Why did
Your
you write
boy
that
spells
down?
it with a Y.
Wait.
So it's Justyn.
Oh.
So that
As somebody
for me mentally adds another fucking. So it's like, okay, so there's the
Yeah.
regular Justin, there's my business partner Justin with an E, there's my podcast partner Jestin,
with an E in a different spot.
and then there's this guy in the
the
draft
fucking
Justin
Y?
with a
Listen,
Y. And
there's
it's like,
enough of
what
us.
are y'all doing?
There's enough of us.
It's like how
It's
many?
good. We're good.
Listen, it's not that great of a name in the first place.
Trust.
So like editing it
Live with
doesn't
it.
improve it.
Holy shit.
And this one, which I actually really like a lot, like I want to play a D&D character named this Charleston Rambo.
Mm.
I mean, and I think he's
That's good.
and I think he's a running back too.
Hell yeah. I don't know. I have a hard time coming up with names for characters.
Oh, excuse me. No, he's a receiver. What else? Oh, this show, dude. I cannot praise this show enough. I think I've brought it up before. Winning Time. The story of the rise of the Lakers dynasty. It's so incredible. I just can't praise it enough. John C. Reilly's performance in particular.
Yeah.
Because, you know, he's a
He's a good
goofball.
actor.
He's a
good actor, though.
goober.
But he's fun.
He's a goober.
He's
But
not terrible,
this
though.
role is like, I don't know if I could picture anybody doing it but him. He
Yeah.
just does it so well because he's just this, you know, he's this rich guy from the 70s.
Yeah.
You know,
He does fit that bill
like he's
perfectly.
very just like, hey, fucking,
I
and
got
he's
you.
perfect at it.
Yeah.
And it just makes the story so good. And then Sally Field plays his mom, and she's just a titan. Like
She's just a treasure.
she's so good. And then all of these other guys that I'd never really seen before. Oh, you know who's in it? And he's a Jason, and I'm not gonna know which one it is.
Momoa.
Siegel. I knew.
Jason Segel.
He was in Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so Jason Segel is in it, and he
Nice.
plays Paul Westhead, who was Jack McKinney's assistant coach. Jack McKinney got into an accident, and so Paul Westhead was interim coach along with Pat Riley for like 50 games. Anyway, he's really good, and Adrian Brody is playing Pat Riley.
Nice.
And he's just like, I'm really impressed. Like I guess I've always kind of respected Brody's craft as an actor, but I've never been that big of a fan, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I feel that way about who's the guy that did The Life Aquatic? He also did God damn it.
Oh no, the
It's gonna kill
director
me.
Wes
Yeah,
Anderson.
Wes Anderson.
Yeah.
It's like I like it. Like it's good. His
Yeah.
movies are good, but like it's not like my jam.
Some of them are a lot. I like them.
I like them. I think
Darjeeling is nice.
I think they're good movies.
They're very visually good.
Yeah, I just
You know, like
there's
the Tenenbaums, like the some of the shots in there, and just like particularly with the colors.
yeah, Like I said, I like it.
I'm
It's
a
just
whore
not
for
something that
for colors. Like if it's colorful, I'm there. Like RuPaul, dude.
Yeah.
That's my
Yeah,
shit.
that
Like,
that does
when they do
fit.
Queer Eye stuff, when they're like, we're gonna do like all of these, like we're gonna change your hair, and I'm there. I love that shit.
Yeah,
I told you
know.
in a different life I would have been a drag queen.
Oh, for sure.
100%.
Yeah.
So what else is going on?
I don't
What's
know.
up? What else is new with you this week? We had the NFL draft.
Yeah.
So we drafted we drafted an edge, Trayvon Walker out of Georgia, and then we also traded up into the first round to grab Devin Lloyd, who is a cornerback. I forget where he went to school. Michigan?
So does that
Something
mean
like
we're
that.
gonna win?
We have a monster defense on paper.
Okay.
Like truly, because we picked up, I can't think of the kid's name, but he was, so Jalen Ramsey used to play for us.
Okay.
And then he moved out to LA, to the LA Rams, and they just won the Super Bowl. The guy that was playing opposite him on corner is now on our team.
Okay.
So we've got that.
Sounds promising.
We picked up some young talent. They franchised
I have
some players.
I have no reference, so I'm just
We picked
assuming
up a
by like
center.
the reverence in your voice that you're being
We picked up a center.
nice.
Granted, we had to. We had no choice. They fucking.
It was like that, or we can't play the game.
Yeah, they of course waited to the third round. But he's, I've seen the kid's tape. He seems like a solid center, and if we had to, we could move him to guard. I'm sure they'll play around with positions during training camp. But that'll be interesting to see. Like,
Yeah.
They put a tag on Robinson. They put a tag on Josh Allen. So, on paper, we have a lot of talent. I think it's just going to come down to like, all right, what can the coach do? And like, how can these talented guys work together as a unit? Because that's
How is
part
the
of it too.
synergy?
Chemistry is a huge piece of it, man.
Oh
Like,
yeah. Well, I mean, you got to be in sync for that kind of shit.
yeah, like if you look at like the Brooklyn Nets, who just got swept by the Boston Celtics, their team is just insane. It's like Kevin Durant, James Harden, Kyrie Irving, like
Oof.
everybody on the
I like
every
they're
baller
all
in the
names
league
I know, yeah.
plays for Brooklyn, and they couldn't get it done in the playoffs. Like
Dang.
partly because Durant was out. Because I guess like whatever vaccine rules were for wherever he was playing, he could only play like away games and couldn't play home games or vice versa, something.
Interesting. But
And as a
okay.
result, the team lost synergy with him. So when they got to the playoffs and it was time for him to
Get in there.
because like when he was off and on like that, he was hitting like 50 points a game. But then when
Damn.
we hit the playoffs, it was like, oh, you're playing all the time now. Like you've gotten your body has gotten used to balling out, resting.
Yeah.
And now you're in the playoffs and you got to ball the
Constant.
whole way.
Yeah, that's got to be
So-
hard.
And
I didn't even think about that.
to be
but
fair,
yeah.
Durant's getting older. He's not old.
Well, yeah, but like
But
it
in
does wear
basketball
on you.
years,
Yeah.
he's getting a little long in the tooth.
It's kind of like with boxing.
Harden is too, I guess. Really, like a lot of these guys are getting into their like mid 30s, like 33, 34, and it's like that's when you start having the conversations. Like, okay, guys,
Yeah.
because you can't do this when you're
Who
45.
are you going to be coaching?
I mean, Kobe did it, I guess, but
Yeah. I mean, I guess like it's the
he
same in
got
any sport, really.
So much money off that last deal of his, dude. It was
Yeah.
like a $50 million 1-year deal.
That's awesome. That's dope as fuck,
It was
bro.
so dumb. I was like,
That's dope.
the final contract Kobe Bryant ever signed with the Lakers was a 2-year, $48 million extension in November. And this was in November of 2013.
Oh shit.
The most Kobe made during a season was $30,453,805.
Good lord.
That was back in 2013, 2014.
Good lord.
By the way,
Good for him.
that was his salary.
Yeah.
That has
real.
nothing. That's
for you,
nothing
Ken.
to say about
Get
his
that shit.
sponsors,
Get that
about any kind
bag.
of like speaking engagement,
Jesus.
shoes. Like these dudes, like Michael Jordan. That guy makes like $5 a second,
It's
just sitting there, just breathing. That dude makes money.
yeah. Same with Tesla. Like, sorry.
Yeah. Elon.
Elon.
Yeah.
He's not Nikola Tesla.
All the conversations.
Good lord.
are just about money, and that's all they're ever talking about. It has to be.
I mean, like, what else do you have at that point?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's true. That's the scary part. That's the trap about being rich.
Like how, like, everything's hollow.
Yeah. I think
Trump's
like,
a great example of that.
I feel like six figures, like
There's got to be like a certain threshold where
maybe
like
mid six figures. I don't want anything more.
there's got to be a threshold where like over a certain amount, it just becomes like alienating.
It's a lot to deal with. Also, if you have a shitload of money, like if you have like Bezos money, you can't trust goddamn anyone
But I also like
ever.
You don't have to worry about trusting anyone if you give everyone like $5 million. You're fine. You can do it.
I guess. But
Everyone's
I mean,
gonna
like,
shut the fuck up. Just like here's
That's
$5 million.
true.
Let me do whatever I want. All right.
Yeah.
If Jeff Bezos wants to come to my door and is like, hey, if I'll give you $5 million if you let me just like fuck over with taxes. Yes, I will take it.
Oh, this is better. I guess a little bit.
Hello, extra camera that I never look at.
Yeah,
I'm
that one's
shy.
that one's like a wide. I don't know. I'm gonna have to keep tinkering with this setup, and we'll see.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, I don't know. I
Comment
guess it's okay.
below.
It does feel a little kind of overkill, I guess, based on the angles, but we'll figure it out. We'll keep it going. I do
That's
have
fun.
other notes. There was something
Okay.
about the Toy Story 2 story that I wanted to elaborate.
Toy
more
Story
on
2
that.
story.
Yeah.
That's a good tongue twister.
Reactionary, not preventative. Oh, and that crazy shooting in Orange Park.
Yeah.
That was super crazy. Almost
Weekends.
deleted. Here we go. In 1998, Pixar was getting ready to release Toy Story 2. The film was nearly complete and final edits were being made. But when someone hit the wrong button. Okay, folks. As an editor, it's a lot of buttons to press to lose some shit forever. Okay? Like, it's not really how. I mean, maybe that was. Of course, I guess it was 1998. But I don't know, man, even still. Because it's like you have whatever you have in your editing software, right?
excuse. Yeah, there's no excuse for that shit.
Well, I don't know. Because it would be different in conventional film, right? You have your footage, you have your raw footage, and that is somewhere because everything that you're doing in the program is referencing it.
Right.
So even if like the program exploded,
You still have it
you
on
would
a
have the
separate-
raw footage.
Yeah.
But I wonder it doesn't.
You mean
if-
wait,
it
you're
probably
talking about
doesn't
like
work
actual
that way.
film?
Yes, but that's what I'm saying is
Right.
I
It's
wonder
toward-
how it works in
Duh.
animation.
Duh.
Like I would wonder if in animation it's just like, no, it's just all on this disc.
I think it's all just on the disc because I believe it's all like well, you'd
In
probably have,
1998, it would have been on like a flash drive or something.
yeah, because they would probably like scan the raws
Yeah.
and have all the raws, but like probably they probably wouldn't go through the effort of. I mean, obviously, if you're making like a full length movie and you have the budget, you can do it, but it would probably be really time consuming back then to catalog every individual frame.
Yeah. This is kind of crazy, though, this story. Like, it has emerged that staff at Pixar nearly deleted the animation for Toy Story 2 after someone mistakenly ran a command that removes everything on the file system. Someone with the knowledge to delete everything on a file system would know to not put that in.
That's like getting Alt F4'd.
Like, that's so ridiculous. In what sounds remarkably similar to Marty McFly's fading photograph of his family in Back to the Future. Staff first witnessed Woody's hat slowly fade from view, then his boots, before he just completely vanished. Buzz Lightyear, Mr. Oh my God, they watched it delete in real time.
Oh,
Buzz Lightyear, Mr. Potato Head, Ham, and Rex soon followed. Staff were horrified. It would take 30 people more than a year to recreate the erased work.
that's
Oh no, listen, dude. With no time traveling team to turn to, Orrin Jacob, the associate technical director, and Gallion Sussman, supervising technical director, stepped up. As misfortune would have it, they discovered that the backup files had failed to work for the last month. But then Jacob recalled that Sussman had mentioned she had been working at home a lot on account of her newborn child. And she had the files on her personal computer at the house.
What a queen.
Oh, we did the 48 this last weekend.
Yeah.
That was
I got to see it. It was good.
Yeah, it was fun.
It did make me sad. The when like
Whoa. Don't say anything.
It's not out yet?
No. It won't be out for like it won't be out. it won't be out publicly for a long time.
Connections.
So anyway, I like my
It's good.
I like my
was good.
job because my job's done Friday night.
I enjoyed it quite a bit.
I finished the script and was like, have fun.
Hell yeah.
And then I just like, well, that's not true because I was in editing town on Saturday, but
I was in Editing Town, USA.
Editing Town, USA. And the Bruno song's been stuck in my head. Not because I've watched Encanto that many times, although I have seen it like
I've never seen it.
2 or 3 times.
I just like that song.
It's good, man. It's a good flick, I think. It's interesting. I like the characters. It's colorful. So I like that.
I do like, don't get me wrong, like I like the idea. Like I don't know. I haven't. Well, I don't have Disney Plus.
So the Bruno song's been driving me crazy. Basketball's going on. Giannis Antetokounmpo dunked off of his own assist.
Motherfucking assist.
If you haven't seen this, just do yourself a favor and go to Google, or YouTube is even quicker.
Google YouTube.
And just type in Giannis scores own assist.
Good luck.
And
I don't know.
Giannis.
There you go.
Well, anybody that would be interested in looking it up probably knows how to spell it.
True.
That guy is just.
You could probably also
absolutely
just like
crazy.
search dude catch zone assist.
Yeah.
It'd probably pop up.
Also, Chris Paul just passed. I forget who he
Away?
passed. No.
Oh.
He's an athlete. What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Chris Paul of the Phoenix Suns, point
Gotcha.
guard of the Phoenix
That makes
Suns, just passed somebody to put himself into 5th place of all-time assists playoff game leaders.
Wow.
So, like the most assists in a playoff series.
Nice.
He's
Nice
he's
assist.
number 5 in the world
Hell yeah.
now.
Hey
Yeah.
man, every team needs a healer. Every team needs support.
Yeah,
You
they're
gotta
actually-
have it.
The point guard is actually more of like your
Of more importance.
He's like your bard. He's like your mouthpiece. It's kind of like the
it's
team.
important.
I mean, he's kind of the captain.
Yeah.
He directs everything.
That's how it works.
And you've got like your shooting guard and your shooting guard and your small forward are like a rogue and a fighter, and your center and your power forward are your tanks.
Yeah. I feel like I don't know, it was weird, like
It would be really fun to play a basketball RPG.
yeah, that would be cool.
Like, I would love to do that. I wonder if there's I'm sure that there's
There's got to be.
I'm sure somebody's made a game.
There's probably a dating sim version of it. There's a dating sim for everything.
Dude, and can we talk about the vivre
The vivre card?
Yes.
Yeah, from One Piece.
Okay. So
Yeah.
listen to this, D&D fans.
Yeah.
So there's this thing in One Piece. Why don't you explain how it works?
Okay. The idea is like, so
It's
like
called a vivre card.
yeah, VIVRE
Okay.
card. And like because there's a lot of like really fucked up magnetism because of all the islands and stuff. There's like not really a good way to like get back in touch with people because like in the One Piece world it's like 80% water, so it's like really impossible to get in contact with people if they're really far away or whatever. So what you do is you take like someone's like fingernail or their like hair clippings, and through a ritual that like hasn't been shown on screen or anything, you make a piece of paper like a parchment, and that parchment will always like connect to itself. So like if you rip it apart, that part will always tug towards the rest of it to come back together. So no matter where you are, you can like hold it out and
You just follow it.
it'll start pointing. It's a compass directly to them.
And I actually looked into it too, and there's not really anything. And like, I guess people make the argument of like, it's a thing. It's another like, if you could, but didn't ask if you should.
Right.
You
Well,
wondered, you wondered if you could, but didn't ask.
I think,
how you
like-
should, but I think it's plot.
Yeah, absolutely. Because of the fact that it burns out, so it also shows like the vitality of the person.
Yeah, somebody brought up that there is a similar item. I don't know if it's in 5e or not, but there's an item that's rings, and they the rings, like, I don't know if they change color or like if they maybe change temperature or something, but like
There's
they alert you to the status of the other wearer.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So
So it's almost like just like a catch up. Like, okay,
Yeah, so like we would each have a ring, and like if you died over there,
you would know.
I would know.
Yeah,
So that's kind of similar.
that is.
But I feel like the paper thing would be super dope for storyline, because like what you could very easily do is have that as your opening.
You could even have it
Is
like
that it's like you all have a piece of paper that's pulled you here, and
Yeah.
you're all looking for the other piece of the paper.
Yeah.
And they don't know why they have it.
Yeah.
And
There you
and
go.
Then it turns
That's
out
your
that,
hook.
like, it turns out that there's like, oh dude, that's so cool. It turns out that the person who has the rest of the other paper is like this prophesized like
Yeah.
royal
not?
child that's been put away in hiding.
Yeah, why not?
Um,
You could do all kinds of shit. It could be like to a dragon's nest, but like the dragons are looking for like a chance for peace. So then you get like a chance to kind of like have, you know, a weird like alliance with things. So then you can go like have a dude, like, I don't know. You can do all kinds of shit. You can do whatever the fuck
Yeah.
you want.
See,
it's
at the very-
D&D.
at
That's the
very
fucking
least-
point.
At the very least,
Get off
folks,
my ass about it. I'm
you're
not
gonna
as
get
creative.
you're gonna get some free D&D content ideas from us.
Oh yeah, well
'Cause
yeah.
I think, dude, as soon as I saw that in the show,
Oh,
I was
yeah, he
like,
was losing-
why
yeah.
is that not?
Also, like I forget her name, but like the girl that animated that episode, not animated, but directed that episode, is a god when it comes to like putting together the entire like piece.
What else? The Lakers show is banging.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen Everything Everywhere All at Once, but I know that I need to. And there hadn't been much on to watch lately, if I'm honest.
Spy Family.
Spy Family. Oh, dude. It's so good.
I love it.
It's so good. I'm excited to see where it goes.
I did start reading the manga for that one.
Oh,
I
God.
couldn't help it, man.
Well, is it done?
No.
Oh, well, that's good. But
It's
I'm
still
sure
ongoing.
it's still way far ahead of the show.
Not too far.
You know, you reading the manga has made this anime thing we do unfun. I hope you know that.
Okay, well, okay.
Because we don't get to experience it together. It's like you get to, like,
feel-
I might as well be
now I'm
watching
on the same
animes.
for this too.
I might as well be watching animes that you've already seen.
I think the difference is, like, the problem that I have with like the way that you phrase it is that I still genuinely enjoy it, and like the thing is like,
Oh, you think my concern is about your enjoyment?
no, what I'm saying is like I'm still experiencing it, like I'm still enjoying it, like the experience of it, and like going through it for the first time, or like the second, whatever, man. I don't-
Right, you might be, but I'm not.
Okay, well,
Because
I'm
I
sorry.
know that you already know the story.
Yeah, not really. I actually don't know too
Oh,
much.
yeah, no, not really.
No, because it's
So, you don't know anything about what Demon Slayers, how that's gonna go?
well, no, I finished that one, of course.
Well, there you go. And it won't be long
Oh,
before
I'm sorry.
you catch up on this one, and you're like 5 episodes ahead, and then I'll get a text that's like, "Bro, no spoilers, but Yor does this thing," and you'll tell me what it is, and then when I see it, it won't be as impactful because you'll have already
didn't say
told me
what it
about
was.
it.
I'm just like, it's a really good episode.
That you are not that vague. That you're giving
In that
yourself
one
too
tack.
credit.
No, you're
Too-
right.
too
In the
credit.
for the majority,
Too
yes.
much credit.
In the majority, yes. In that text, I think I was more just like, yo, it's really good.
Yeah, in that specific one. But I'm saying in general.
Yeah.
You're a dinger, and you also all the time are like, bro, there's this thing, and you'll start it with like, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but, and then it'll be like 2 paragraphs where it's
Well,
like,
the thing is
okay,
that
so
like
I get the gist of what the thing is.
I know for the most part, the problem is that like with like 90% of the things that I'm talking to you about in that regard, you're not watching that thing because it's mostly One Piece.
It's not always One Piece,
Or it'll be something where it's like, all right,
Sometimes
well, you
it's
haven't like
Demon Slayer.
it's
or-
something where it's like, all right, well, it's been like 2 years. Like I'm just like, all right, well, whatever. This thing's happening now and this, and it's like, well, I still want to talk about it.
Also, we need to get you on to Hell Let Loose, bro.
Hell Let Loose.
That game
Yeah.
is just so crazy.
I do want to play, yeah.
50 on 50. We stormed Normandy the other night.
Yeah, you were telling me about it.
And we did it again last night.
Yeah.
And it's hard, dude.
Yeah.
That game
I'm getting bricked up just thinking about it.
It's a difficult game. It's
Yeah.
brutal. Like when I'm not kidding, like I went 5-13, and that's the best KD I've had since I started playing.
I feel that sounds like if you were to add 4 to my KD in like any shooter game.
It's so
Bro, I am on a different level bad with first person shooters.
First of all, a lot of it
Ask
is
anybody who's played games with me.
a lot of it is repetition, because I've felt the same way before we started playing Call of Duty Warzone, and I played Warzone for like maybe 2 years, and by the end of it I was fucking people up. And
Yeah.
I've always said that, like, I'm shit at shooters.
Well, I mean,
but,
like even
the more you play it, the better you get.
I
Like
don't
the
know, man.
first games of Hell
Even,
Let
like-
Loose, I went like 1-46, and now I'm going like 5-12. Like,
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I know that like
7-15.
perseverance pays off, and that like you should stick to your dreams, and like I get it.
yeah, man.
I get the
Well, you can do anything, kids.
I get the
If
thing.
you want to be good at Hell
I
Let
get the
Loose,
thing.
you be good at Hell Let Loose.
I get the thing. Yeah, I don't know. It's just I guess like even like with like Doom Eternal, it's like
Yeah.
or even like the Borderlands games. Like it's not that like I don't enjoy like shooters or like playing them. It's just like to play online against other people like in a competitive field with it. Like I'm just garbage. So it's like
It's also way
it's just
easier.
an annoying thing to do. Like I'm just like, why would I want to fucking like just sit here and like lose all the time or like get a couple wins or whatever, but then like get pissed
I
off
feel
about something?
personally attacked because
Why?
that's what I do. I just because it's for me, it's not about. It's way less about the game, and it's more about just like getting to laugh with friends.
Well, see, that's different. Like what I'm talking about is like just like grinding in the game to get good at it.
Right.
Not talking about like hanging out with friends playing an online game. Like even if I'm
Yeah.
shit at it, I'm still gonna have a great time.
But what I'm saying to
Dicking
you
around
is
with the boys.
you can do those
Dicking
things
down the boys.
simultaneously, because that's what I did with Warzone.
Mhm.
The only reason that I started Warzone was to play with the boys.
Yeah.
And then after I did it for a long time, I got really good. So I was like grinding while I was doing it.
Yeah,
But
I
it
just
wasn't
had a
like I
different
was
experience.
seeking out the grinding. It was just happening.
I just had a
as
different kind of
played.
experience with it.
Okay.
But also like my skill cap level. Because I tried a lot.
Yeah, I did too, believe me.
I spent a lot of time playing some Halo too.
I think you might be I think you probably underestimate like our true skill at this game, because like
I know that I'm probably
good.
amongst. I know I'm amongst peers.
Yeah, we're
but,
not.
like-
We're not like.
I'm not saying that you're MLG. Like,
that's
don't
what
get me
I'm saying. Like,
I'm not putting you up on this pedestal. I'm just saying
I
I'm
feel
down.
like
I'm down
look, bro,
here,
look,
and like
I know you and your friends are like doing that MLG shit, but like I just can't hang.
I can't
It's
do
like,
it, man.
Understand, bro? Like we are not.
Respect.
We are not the Harlem Globetrotters. We are
Yeah.
the other team, the the Generals.
Yeah,
People don't even remember the.
it's
other
like the
team's
general,
name.
but it's like that general that's on like the daytime TV commercials.
Yes.
Or it's like the cartoon general. It's like just them.
You mean the company that Shaq is a sponsor for?
Yes.
I love that guy. Shout out to
Shaq
Shaquille
is
O'Neal.
dope as fuck, man.
Shaq
Like,
is
he's
the only
he's
reason I got
good
a
man.
suit for my sister-in-law's wedding.
There was a just like seeing like the nice by the way.
Yeah.
But just seeing like compilations of him like just being a like really proud dad and stuff. It's like
No. The shit you gotta watch is like Shaq being a giant. It'll be like Shaq being a giant for 10 minutes, and it's just stuff like him picking up a water bottle.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, it's like watching Andre the Giant drink a beer, and it's like a little tiny sippy cup.
Yeah, man.
You know?
It's like the minis for like when a regular person holds one of the minis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is funny.
When he busted that goal as a rookie,
Mhm.
that shit was crazy as fuck. I
I
don't know if you've ever seen it.
don't think
He
so.
brought the whole thing down. They had to redesign basketball.
Oh,
nets
hell yeah,
after
dude.
Shaq entered the league.
God, that's metal as
Because
fuck. That's
well,
so
there's
cool.
there's footage of him.
I like him even more.
There's footage of him breaking glass in high school, and when he got into the NBA,
Is there any reason to not like Shaquille O'Neal?
I can't think of one. You know the story about him and his sneakers.
No.
So he had a deal with Reebok his first year in the league, his rookie year. He said that after a game, a woman from the crowd came up to him and started giving him shit about why don't you make more affordable shoes? Your sneakers are too expensive. Because at the time,
Bitch, I got overhead.
well, at the time, the overhead.
I know,
Please. None of them Jordans have ever been worth $150.
I know.
They're worth it for his name, and
know.
that's it. And that's
I
how
know.
all the shoes are.
I'm just fucking around.
Anyway, the woman was like, you need to have more affordable shoes. And that year, he ended his deal with Reebok and started a company and started his own shoe line with Walmart. I'm looking forward to this summer, by the way.
The summer? Is it an RP summer?
I want to
Spotify?
play. I do want to play.
Spotify,
I want to
iTunes?
figure out how to play.
How to play what?
The problem with it is that it's just such an undertaking. you know?
Basketball?
No. Filming a session.
Filming a session.
Like, D&D is difficult enough to organize, right?
Oh, okay.
And then filming it.
Got
like,
you.
I think that's probably like, and I'm sure that like somebody is just waiting to light me up. Like, here's 15 groups that play, and they have very simple setups, and they have very loyal fan bases.
Yeah.
But what I'll say is, like, when you do this shit for a living, everything takes time and energy.
Yeah.
And it's like, where do you want to allocate time and energy? And it's like, if your Critical Role,
Yeah, I was gonna say like
that's your ship.
Yeah.
Is that.
It
so
is-
you
it
put
is
everything into it.
impressive.
Whereas with me, specifically, it's like I have the man shorts, like the D&D stuff. We do the Drunk Before Noon stuff. I have my music stuff. Like I like to do a little bit of everything. And
Check out the song Vicious Mockery. I was on it.
and Big
I
Bad.
shat on it.
Big Bad's out finally.
Yeah,
now
with
on
the art that I drew for it.
Spotify.
Put up the art.
Yeah, okay. And there's the art for
Yeah.
the Big Bad. For Big
Don't
Bad.
sue me, Bill Watterson's
Go
estate.
check it out. Oh yeah, I'm sure. But by the way, I didn't tell you this. You know who's on TikTok? The guy who created Homestar Runner.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, and he does like cool shit, like fan requests and stuff, like
Oh, bro.
doing the voices and shit.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
It's
That
so
is the
cool.
most like, and you told me some tantalizing things about TikTok, but like that might be the one that's like,
Dude, Homestar.
I might have to.
He did like somebody asked him.
That was
to-
like one of my earliest internet memories.
yeah.
Is the strong bad emails?
Our whole generation. That was some of our earliest. Because that was pre-YouTube.
Yeah.
That was like 03,
Homestarrunner.com,
02,
yeah.
03.
Yeah, my friend
'Cause
David
I
Nelson.
was-
Shout out David Nelson.
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
knew about it because
You're
of the
not gonna be
McWilliams
watching.
twins. Shout out Adam and Kyle McWilliams.
Yeah, David Nelson, you were dope as fuck. I
was in a
cut of
that
your
was,
jib,
that
son.
was when I was in high school in a ska band.
Oh, word! It
And
was when I was in Boy Scouts.
They were big fans of Homestar and introduced me to it, and I just it's just
It's instant love.
it's so great. The
I
characters.
was just thinking about salad fingers the other day too, like early internet shit.
God, yeah.
So
Or like
bizarre.
the End is the World.
Oh yeah,
All of that like early stuff.
Time
And
and
the
Tide.
GI Joes.
yeah. Or
Oh my God,
fuck
the
man,
G.I.
the Ultimate
Joes.
Battle of Ultimate Destiny.
Yes.
There's like every decade there's like a new version of it that comes out with like newer and a better animation.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
E-Bombs is are they still going?
Probably. I know Newgrounds
I mean, I'm sure they're
is.
still up and like.
Although I think Newgrounds is mostly just like a porno site now.
It's just interesting to see how the internet has shifted over the years, right?
Is
'Cause,
it? I don't
like,
know. That was out of pocket for me to say about Newgrounds. I have no idea, but I just kind of assumed it was just like smut at this point, like DeviantArt.
I mean, yeah, maybe. I would imagine
wouldn't
that's
surprise
probably
me.
like their leading
Because I mean, like anyone that's like actually like
content.
you might like post to Newgrounds, but like I don't know about anybody that like stayed.
Yeah.
Because like even David Furt, because like wasn't it on Salad Fingers was on
E-Bombs.
E-Bombs World, right? Or
Yeah,
was it?
well, everything was on E-Bombs pre-YouTube. Like,
I think so. Yeah.
What was the other guy? The sick animation guy?
Yeah.
Mark
Sick Animations.
M? He
yeah,
was
yeah.
on E-Bombs before.
Yeah.
I mean, he had his own site,
Man.
obviously, but like a lot of his shit was
Y'all
on
don't
E-Bombs.
remember early
Yeah.
internet. Like y'all
Well,
kids,
I don't know.
like these
I think
kids.
our listeners know.
Well, yeah, our listeners do, but the kids nowadays have no idea how good it was back in the day. I mean, it was shit,
It was
but it was like
more isolated too. It was like remember when like knowing something, like showing someone something that they'd never seen or heard of before was a thing?
Yeah.
You can't really do that anymore. Like most of the
Yeah.
time, people have already seen it. And even if they haven't seen it,
They've
it's
seen a
not as
variation
impactful
of it.
because they've seen, a variety
That's how
of
it
it.
works. Although it's weird that like the S thing, like where you do the 3 lines and then the
Oh, yeah, I remember that thing.
like everybody did. Like that's a
Yeah,
weird
yeah.
meme.
That and like the MASH game.
Yeah, yeah.
I was friends with a lot of girls, so I did a lot of girl stuff. Like
I went to an art
I
school.
did a lot of the clap game.
Yeah.
And a lot of the like rhyme games.
Yeah. In theater department, you do a lot of like those rhyme games.
That
and stuff.
too. I was a theater kid too. Like I was fortunate in that
I only did
way
I only did like one thing, but
I did a couple of years in theater camp in Oklahoma, and then I did
Oklahoma.
theater summer here in Jacksonville. I think over the years I've probably put in like 4 or 5 like sessions with like a acting troupe, whether it was like to do
Nice.
improv or to like put on something. I don't like acting though.
Nah.
I was just talking about that earlier today. Like, and I'm pretty good at it. Like, not to brag. Like, I'm no like, I don't know. I'm
Feel
not whoever the fuck won the
I know
Oscar
Johnny
last.
Depp.
Yeah. I'm no Johnny. None of us are Johnny Depp.
Although we have the same personality type, apparently.
I'm no genius by any means, but I do think I'm a pretty solid actor. I can emote well,
Yeah.
but I don't like doing it.
Which is fair.
I would much rather write and edit. And as a pain in the ass as editing is, like I do really love it. I think.
I think there's a
overall there's a lot of
I
satisfaction.
know what you're
with
talking
putting
about.
something together.
Yep. Just like seeing it like kind of work together and then like watching it back and checking it and getting it all cleaned out. Even though it's like stuff that no one's gonna notice.
Yeah, and also like just
You get to line up all the different tracks on it, make sure that everything's like synchronized. Like
just like to
I
look
get
back
it.
too on how far I've come with the stuff that I've learned to do. Like I didn't even know what ripple delete was back in.
Yeah, what the fuck's a ripple delete?
So a ripple delete is like when you've got your audio and video clip, right?
Mhm.
And let's say you cut it in half because you want to cut it and you don't want the next scene to start until up here. And so you cut it and now you've got space here. What you could do is grab it and move it next to it. Or you can right click the gap and ripple delete it and it'll snap it to it.
together. Oh.
It's essential for editing because ain't nobody got time to fucking grab and
I've seen you
and
use
that's
that
what I
move all the
did.
time.
Oh, the ripple delete?
Yeah, as you're
Yeah.
going through the audio for the like, I remember when you would like, I would catch you like actually just like editing the audio for the podcast.
Yeah.
back in the day.
Yeah, it's and now it's just like it's like a reflex.
Yeah,
And it's just I don't know. I'm glad that
That's
I
how it
put
goes.
time into it because I was really when we started this gig because I never really edited a lot of
on Struggle Street.
I never really edited a lot of my stuff on YouTube. Like I did to an extent, but my own personal stuff was not much. It wasn't very high production value, so
Right.
it wasn't a lot of
The
cuts.
Charlie over 9,000 stuff.
Yeah. But then once we started working with Justin, and
I miss the Charlie 9,000 days.
we were making so much.
Where's the Charlie 9,000?
When we were making so much content in like 17 and 18, when we were like doing the
Just
play, we were doing the play
busting
and Drunk
them.
Before Noon and the D&Ds.
Gee, yeah, you were bussing.
Yeah, so we would
Like-
go to like we
It
would
was a heavy upload schedule.
we would get to the house. We would get to Warren's house at 10 a.m. and leave about 11 p.m.
Ugh.
And
Yeah.
granted, we only did that once a month, but still,
Yeah,
like it was
That's-
a pretty brutal day.
yeah. That sounds like theater department stuff.
And so
yeah.
we needed to.
Like the
So
dress
Justin
rehearsal.
and I, like my editing was a necessity because
Yeah.
we needed to share the load. So I just had to like learn
Hell yeah.
how to do it.
That's hot.
I just had to learn how to do it, so I just figured it
Yeah.
out and just YouTube shit and just you figure it out. You figure it
Yeah.
out, folks. I was talking to some guy recently who was like, "I'm thinking about starting my own business." Do it.
Motherfucking
Hey,
do it.
anybody out there who's considering betting on yourself, do that shit.
Yeah, why the fuck not?
Because it's
Don't
like
be like me. Do it.
this is the perfect climate to do it, by the way, because like I mean the opportunity is higher than ever before.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah, you
there
really
are
do.
guys, let me tell you about
Yeah.
some of the shit that's going on TikTok live. Let
Okay.
me give you a little insight into this world if you're not
I'm
familiar.
gonna enjoy a family size reduced fat wheat then.
It's a guy on there.
Regale me with this.
There's a guy on there who does trick shots.
Oh yeah, I've seen that guy on YouTube Shorts.
And all he's trying to do is get the ball in the toilet paper roll. But it's going to take 1,000,000 times to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So, dude just has a camera set up, and he's just sitting there surrounded by ping pong balls, and he's just throwing them. And he's got a constant, like, 3K average viewer. So, people are giving gifts. Because that's another thing that's unique about TikTok is that they have these little they're like emojis, but they're gifts that you give them. And sometimes it like puts a hat on the person, but it's money. You're giving them money. And it's like fraction of a fraction of like, it's like TikTok coins are like 100 for $1.
Just so you know, that guy then takes those clips, because I've seen that dude. He sends them to YouTube Shorts and gets millions of hits on the shorts.
Oh, I'm sure.
Awesome.
Once he gets the shot.
Yeah, he does the ones. Is he the guy that does the ones with like the disc and the Wii?
I don't think so.
There's
a bunch of them. There's a bunch of them.
Dude, he spent like, I think it was trying to get like, he had like a hair dryer set up with like a ping pong ball floating.
Yeah.
Was able to toss one, replace it, and then make the trick shot with the one that was like, it's awesome.
Oh, okay.
It's awesome.
How about this? I saw a girl the other day on there just sitting there. And like not even like done up to be like sexy or anything. Like she was just a person just sitting there. And she was watching a movie.
I feel like we've had this conversation.
So there are people
I feel like I'm
just
having like
giving
deja
this
vu.
person money
To sit there and watch.
she's just sitting there.
What are you talking about?
Watching. So like if there was ever an opportunity,
What's her name?
ladies and gentlemen, for you to make money off of like minimal efforts,
Fuck, what the hell's her name?
we are in the revolution of that.
The girl that was watching the food shows on Twitch and got hit, like, suspended. Do you remember that?
know.
Fuck, I forget her name.
No, but I'm sure that it's about IP.
Yeah, of course she was watching Kitchen Nightmares.
Oh yeah.
No, it was Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh,
That's what it was.
Yeah.
I
Well, look,
forget her name.
anything that you recognize immediately when you hear has a fucking just like a gallery of lawyers behind.
Yeah, you
it.
ain't.
So
Don't
like,
fuck with it. Yeah,
they'll come
feel
for it. I'm
bad that I
actually
forget
kind of
her name.
surprised
Jesus
that Disney
Christ.
hasn't gotten clipped at all.
she's extremely popular. I feel horrible that I can't remember.
There were a lot of people that were like, "Oh, man, it's just a matter of time before this gets taken down by the YouTube people." And it's like, we don't even have any. That video still
Pokimane.
monetized.
Pokimane.
Oh, what about her Pokimane? What did she do?
She was watching Avatar: The Last. She was streaming Avatar: The Last Airbender on her Twitch.
Oh yeah, that's when all of the Twitch kids
Yeah.
started complaining about how copyright's a thing.
Yeah, it's like you're not. This isn't transformative.
Well, I think actually, to be fair, and I don't want to speak. I don't want to speak with too much confidence because I'm not 100% sure on this, but I think that she did that on purpose, as like a meme, because somebody got in trouble. There's a group of those people, right?
Yeah.
Like Pokimane and Valkyrae and Saikuno and Toast.
Oh yeah,
and
there's a
Corpse
bunch of those
and-
like
yeah,
sections.
all of those Among Us people.
Yeah, the clicks.
Saikuno's coming to YouTube, by the way.
Yeah, because
That's
Ludwig
pretty cool.
did.
Yeah, well, there's more money there.
Yeah,
These kids are getting guaranteed deals. They're getting like signing bonuses. I mean, they're getting like,
they're not dumb like
millions
Ninja,
of
where he,
dollars
like,
on the
jumped
signature.
to something and then just like lost out on everything.
yeah, dude.
Like,
I mean, I don't know
Ludwig made a
what
smart
I don't know
choice.
what the details are, but I think Valkyrie's deal was over $1 million. Like,
Oh, easy,
I'm sure,
easy.
just to sign up.
YouTube has that money.
Yeah.
Like they have enough ads running.
Oh, of course. Anyway, I think that like something happened where somebody got in trouble, like Ludwig or Toast.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me, but
and then all
might
of
have been
them
Hassan.
started doing it to like
I
as like a, oh well, fuck TOS, we're just gonna.
don't know.
It seems
seems-
a little immature.
No, it seems a
they're
little too
also
smart for
young.
them. It seems a little too like above them. to be like
to do it. I disagree though.
I don't know. It's just it
I think
seems like
you'd be surprised.
I think more maybe it's just that I assume that like the top streamers that do that kind of shit where they're streaming for like 8 hours a day just are like dumb about it and will just like watch YouTube videos and then just start watching something else and be like, well, no one said anything, so
Yeah.
I don't think it was like out of solidarity or like to prove like hypocrisy and like I think it was just them being dumb.
Also like your what do they call it? Your presence matters. That's an element too. I see a lot of those kind of comments on YouTube too. Like I was just talking about the Disney video with people being like, oh, only a matter of time before Disney deletes this. And it's like, if this video had 10 million views,
maybe
you're probably right.
Yeah.
But it has 40,000. Disney doesn't care.
Get it to 50K.
Again, this is about money. It's not about politics.
Yeah.
It's these universal
That's all it
music
is.
groups. It's
Yeah,
just,
people
the
don't-
music's a little different because they
Yeah.
have spiders for that stuff. But they have spiders for the video too, but there's easy ways around that.
Yeah.
With the streaming thing though, it does like add a unique element. But at the end of the day, it's like, look, if you want to do fair use type shit, like the anime guy, if you're doing analytical type shit, that's one thing. But it's like, I'm going to just watch you watch a property and I get to just watch the property
With you.
and
And
the
you're
only
not- and
money
you're
that's
eating?
exchanging hands is mine to yours.
And you are eating a bucket of KFC chicken.
Is
That's
that what
all
she
you're
was
doing?
doing?
No, but like, that's kind of like the idea.
Yeah.
I haven't had
So
KFC in a minute.
yeah, copyright's important, folks. Like copyright's one of those things that's like, oh, can you believe that the Disney machine? And it's like, look, man, those laws protect
course I
your
can.
shit too.
Oh, yes, that's what they don't understand. Like, that's what they don't understand. Even like when they were like talking about repealing like Section 38 or whatever, it's like, bro, you don't understand what you're asking. Like,
Oh, let's just sue websites. Like,
yeah, like you don't understand
yeah.
what you're doing there.
It's
like,
a crazy door that's been opened. So, thanks
it was a
for
fun
joining
conversation.
us.
Yeah. Thanks for being with us.
Yeah, and
I
for
like you.
listening and hanging
I just want to let you
around.
know that
We
I'm
like seeing you guys
I'm
hanging around and listening with
attached.
your ears and stuff.
I'm
So-
parasocially dependent on y'all.
Follow us on Facebook,
I
Instagram,
need
and
this.
Twitter at No Big Banana. We have a TikTok,
I
but we don't
need
ever
you.
put anything on
I need
it.
this.
And you can email us at nobigbanana@gmail.com with any kind of questions or concerns. If anybody wants to petition anything about anything this guy says or does, or anything I say or do, we'll read them and take them into consideration.
We do.
So thanks for hanging out.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
What the fuck was that? Why did I do that?